So I will just flash you.
Okay, mommy. Okay, ma.
Yes, mom. How are you?
Hi, ma.
How is everything?
Hi, ma.
I don't know you're at home.
I'm here, ma.
Come and have a seat.
Hey guys, so I am pretty sure we are all aware of the drama happening between Regina Daniels and her estranged husband, Senator Chinedu Okonkwo, popularly known as Ned Okonkwo. The drama has been so toxic, with both families, throwing missiles at each other, especially Regina's family. Well, when the whole drama started with this video that went viral of, Regina screaming in distress, "In Ned Nwoko's house, I am a nobody. In my house, I am a queen." Like, she seemed really distressed, and initially people thought it was, I don't know, maybe they're chasing clout, maybe they're doing content, because this is not the first time rumors, there were indications that their marriage was troubled, but this is actually the first time we saw actual clips. And then moments later, the senator, right of reply on Twitter across all his social media handles, wrote an epistle about how his problem with Gina started after she started doing drugs and wouldn't go to rehab. He mentioned people who were her suppliers as her brother Samuel, her friend who she called small devil, whom he called small devil, and a whole lot of things he said. And of course, Sam, her brother, was triggered and started insulting the senator. And I remember when he was doing that, I was like, no, this guy is going the wrong route. Considering this man's antecedents, we all know that he's very good at arresting people. He's had issues with a lot of people, even people who as little as said, "Regina, get boyfriend," the guy will just pick you up. Bam, bam, bam. Say he's a lawyer. The man is extremely smart. That I will give to him. He just knows how to humble people legally. He will he will do things the right way, and then maybe a little power and try to maneuver the judge or whatever. I don't know how he does his thing. Like when Angelo Correa was having issues with Macy Johnson, and Regina replied Angela was upset, and they started exchanging words. Regina even implied that there was a time Angela chased her husband, blah blah blah. Angela was like, "I never chased your husband. I am not a fan of older men. They usually smell, so I don't date older men. Your husband gave me 500,000." She said, Angela was like, "I did not chase your husband." Men, it's possible that the man lied to Gina about that. It's very possible. So when the whole drama for Angela's case, Angela was later picked up and through Senator Ned, and she had to sign on undertaking. She tendered a public apology. It was a really tough one for her. So knowing how this man operates, I was scared for Regina's brother. But then a part of me was like, okay, will he consider the fact that this guy used to be his brother-in-law and be different about it? But then this man is a lawyer and he knows the implications of spoken words. He knows the implications of defamatory statements. And I knew that, a part of me knew that this man will not, he's definitely going to strike back. So we didn't hear from Regina and her siblings for like 2-3 days. And then Regina posted this on her Instagram, Facebook, and across every social media account she has. She posted this beautiful picture of a house in Abuja where she appeared on top, and with this caption, "In my house, I am a queen. I needed a roof over my head, so I got this for me and my family." Wow, people were excited. People started congratulating her, but I was a bit worried. I felt that was a wrong move because, number one, if you are counting on public support to fight your tyrant of a husband, the Nigerian crowd loves humble women. You have to act humble even if you're not. I feel like that's one thing that has given May Edochie an edge. She doesn't come out to brag. You see, she's hardworking. She doesn't, like, her fans do the job for her. So that was what I actually expected from Regina. That was the energy I expected from Regina. But when she posted that house, I was a bit worried. Like, no. This, I felt like it was a really bad taste. She never should have done that, because you cannot compare where you don't compete, or you cannot compete where you don't compare. This your husband is a senator of the Federal Republic, a UK trained lawyer. He's older than you with over 40 years. Regina, you are not a graduate. You're not as exposed as you should. You got married at a very tender age. You are naive. So you have no business even attempting to ruffle feathers with him. So I felt she should have stayed quiet and observed, and maybe her brother shouldn't have. And then her siblings went on and on. You know, when somebody said, Ned, don't give him a private jet, her sister said, for where? Showed a picture of Regina's swollen legs. Also, her siblings did a whole lot of things that day, which I felt was too much. And then few days later, the senator sent policemen from Abuja. He got an invitation to come to the police station, which he didn't, honor. And so the policeman came from Abuja, picked him up in Lagos, took him to Mushin. From Mushin, they took him to, Duse? He went to 13 hours. They did not give him food. And nobody could reach him. He did not have access to his lawyers. It's been messy, and then the mudslings are a lot. So let me just cut the whole story short, because I feel like a lot of you must be following the story. So I just want there are important lessons to take from this. Like this morning, Regina went on a rant talking about how the man married her at 17. However, the whole time Regina's family made us believe she was 19. Let me not say family, because if I say family, it's like I'm including her dad, Regina's mother, and Regina herself. At different points implied that she was older than 19. She was about 19 when she got married. In fact, her mom said 20 in an interview. But hearing Regina said she's 24 and she was married at 17. And it has changed the trajectory of the story. People are now saying, oh, Senator is a pedophile. Senator married an underage girl. A lawyer who can practice in the UK should know better not to marry a minor. So there have been a lot of, people. For the longest time, I did not want to condemn Regina's mother. I was like, no, I'm not going to call her a failed mother. I just did not want to be that person, because I understand she raised her children alone. But then seeing that this girl married at 17, because fine, Regina made a video saying people should, give her mother grace, that her mother tried all she could to stop that marriage from happening, but she wanted it. She fought, she attempted to harm herself, did a lot of things that made her mom say, you know what, okay, go. So then people were like, okay, we get it. Regina took accountability. She acknowledged that, okay, I messed up by doing this. I disobeyed my mom. I should have done better. So my people, when she revealed this morning that she married at 17, it kind of changed the trajectory of the story, and people were like, what? How can? And she made a whole lot of revelations, how the man used to, force her for mekwa, how he wanted her to do drugs at every point. Because yesterday the man released the video of Regina's brother in his compound harassing his staff, and he also talked about how her brother Uche Montana and others were always supplying her with substance. But the thing is, there's a lot to learn from this Regina story. Number one, I always say to young people, a man cannot make you rich. I say this all the time. It's funny that these social media blogs have made people believe that, oh, this person's car was bought by a man. Like, which man want bring out 200 million buy you car? Like, how now? Even the people who are married are not even seeing this money like that. Like, men are not foolish. Like, I always tell people that you have the power to make your own money. Like, you can make your own money and be that boss lady. Spend your money the way you want. Imagine if Regina did not marry this man. Like, she said something in one of her posts this morning, that no matter what the man says he has done for her and her family, it can never amount to her youth. Like, she has spent like a great part of her youth with this man. She has given him kids. Her career she has sacrificed. If Regina had carried on with the pace she was at the time she married this guy, Nollywood has evolved. She probably would have gone to film school. She would have completed her university, because I learned she was in Ibenedion when this whole thing happened. She would have completed her university education. By now, she probably would have been a big YouTube star. She would have been a Netflix face, a showcase face, and all of that. But then marriage and childbirth has a way of slowing people down, no matter how you look at it, right? Okay, so now my point is this. there are lots of lessons to learn from Regina Daniels' story. But then, number one is, as a parent, Gina said something about how she's always been, how she fed her parents from her acting career, fed her family. So when I say parents, please, I'm not referring to her father. From her acting career, her family with her acting career. This girl started acting as early as 8, 9, 10. You see that power when a child has money, like as a parent, sometimes the control you have over your kids is when you can shelter them, you clothe them, you feed them. But when your children are independent, even if you want to talk to them about something, you shape your mouth well. That's why the idea is your kids should become independent when they are old enough to understand life. I'm not a fan of allowing children control so much money very early, because once you do that, even if you say, well, mom, they'll say, mom, go, I'll be fine, because they know they will be fine. So, and I see Regina as somebody who suffered so much. She had so much pressure on her. She wanted a better life for her family, and felt that marrying a senator will change the trajectory of her family story. And then another thing we must learn is Regina has daddy issues. A lot of people who are married to older men, to much older men, either were not loved right by their fathers, they have absent fathers. Like it mostly has to do with daddy issues. For someone like me, God, I have never dated a married man. I have never dated an older man. Like, I feel so irritated. It's like, this person is my papa. I'll feel like more like this incest or something. That's how uncomfortable it gets for me, right? So most times I don't know. Sometimes I don't like to judge, because I know that every divorce, separation, baby daddy drama is different. But I feel like if you have a man who is willing to be in the lives of his children, please let him be in their lives. He may not be rich, he may not be the one who contributes, but you see, let there be days when they go to spend time with their father. He will monitor them, because every parent has a role they play. God, who made it that it's two people who make babies, God is not cray-cray. He knows. God is perfect. He knows what is good. God made it that two people will make babies, and I believe that it takes two to raise children. A lot of times, single mothers go through a whole lot raising their children. Like a whole lot. That's why some of their children become very dysfunctional. I would say that the only set of people I know that God is as if God gives a special grace to are widows. You see, widows, I used to have a neighbor, her kids were very stubborn, 3 boys. Do you know that the moment their father died, it was as if a spirit took, these children became so calm. They were very young boys, like the oldest was about 10 or 12, but it was as if they knew that their mother had extra responsibilities and did not want to be burdened with their behavior. Up till this moment, the children are well coordinated, acting so well. Now they're all grown. So I feel like, I may be wrong, but I just feel like God gives a special grace to widows. They're the only ones I know that handle like being lone parents alone. But however, if maybe your husband, your baby daddy, or maybe whoever, your child doesn't have an available father, one thing I always advise is look for a father figure for that child. It could be your brother. I don't want to say your friend's husband, because a lot of times some women are insecure. Before you know, people like say, don't they eye my husband and all of that. So I would say the best is just look for a father figure for that child. It could be your brother. Once in a while, go spend time with your uncle. Go and do, like, let them feel that father. Just be sure they are not being abused too. This is a two-edged sword, so you just need to be careful as well. Carefully choose a father figure, somebody they can talk to as a daddy. It's very important, very important. That's why I always say, no matter how hurt you are by your ex, for the sake of your children, I feel like it's almost like a sacrifice you have to make for maybe choosing the wrong partner or having babies with a nonsense person. But it's very important that you let, the same thing with men, but just that this particular vlog is not about women, it's not a hair. So even with men who fight with their wives and they take their children, wouldn't let the children have access, that's also wrong too. So as long as the person is not a threat, even when the person is, I don't know how to put it, but if the person is somehow you feel like this person might be unhinged like Kanye West, then there should be provisions for a supervised visit, security, lawyer, a third party, however way you want it. But please do not deny your children the right to have access to their fathers or their mothers because you're angry with their father did this to you in 19. It is very wrong. When the children grow, if they decide that their father is bad for them and want to withdraw, it is understandable. But some people, just like what Sophia Momodu was doing to David, like, it is crazy. If you have a man that wants to be in the life of his children, you should be thankful, because a lot of men don't care, especially when they start having other kids. So like I always say, for someone like Regina's mom, Regina claimed her mom tried her best. Regina said she drove her car off one day, went to police station. Like, say people in Asaba knew that she was hell-bent on, going down with the senator and all, getting married to the senator. But I feel like Regina's mother should have escalated. Go call her father. Oh, please, see what your daughter is about to do. Because I know then her father even complained in the media how he was being sidelined. And, people just felt, this man, you're a deadbeat. We don't know you. Just go away. And even Regina had to write, I don't have a father, blah, blah, blah. But I know the letter reconciled at a point, though. They made up at a point. What I'm just trying to say is, I feel like Rita Daniels failed. Regina's mother failed her. She should have fought harder. She should have done better to ensure that her daughter made the right choice. That girl was too young to make that decision. Let me give you guys a quick gist. I didn't want this vlog to get to 20 minutes. Damn. Let me give you guys this very quick gist. So a couple of years ago, my sister fell in love with this guy, and due to some traditional impediments, my dad said they were not going to get married. And my sister was like, she was going to buy herself. My dad told her, feel free to buy yourself. And at the point, my mom was like, oh, no, instead of her to buy herself, please, can you collect the bride price? You can give it to the church. And, my dad was like telling my sister, if you forcefully marry that guy, even when you have kids, your mother will not come for Mungo. You will be alone. Your sisters will not visit you. You will be miserable, and I will curse you. So, hey, it was really tough in my house that period. Like, I was so pissed that until today I never even asked my sister this, because I was like, somebody you just met 2 days ago is making you fall out with your family. Even when family approved, men they get score. Imagine say your family know they by your back, you go see shaggy. Like, you go see shaggy. And this is because my dad told her that you will not step foot in the village, you will not step foot anywhere. The moment you marry him and start having kids, I will disown you. It was that bad. But, at the long run, my sister reported... Who didn't she report him to that year? Archbishop of Owerri. She reported him to everybody she could report him to. My dad told them, I will not approve of this union. And he was very strict about it. So imagine if it was only my mom. My mom was already being scared. Oh, she's going to hurt herself. But my dad was like, if she wants to hurt herself, let her hurt herself. And I was supporting my dad, because even if I meet a man today, his family don't like me, his mom, his elder sisters, I'm not going to marry him. It's very simple. I know that everybody won't like me. Everybody in the family don't have to like me initially. But there are people that matter. So now imagine if the whole family, So that's why I said Rita Daniels made a mistake. She should have escalated. Called the girl's father, regardless of how strained their relationship is. After all, now the girl's father don't come out. And he's a lawyer. Guys, there might be part 2, but just share your thoughts in the comment section.